So Brandon asks, when should I ask this girl out? Hey Brandon, how's it going? All right, so just for anyone else who's listening to this, I'm going to just quickly sum up what you've written above here, and just real quick. So Brandon's met this about a week ago. Brandon met a girl, and she added him on Snapchat, and they started talking. And after a while, he asked her to hang out. Good. And they actually did hang out. She showed up. That's good. It's good, dude. And they hung out for an hour and a half and just talked. All sounds great so far. Not too short, not too long. And all right. So here's where Brandon started to get confused. Brandon had a great time with her just talking and hanging out. So he asked what she was doing the next day, and she didn't say anything. Uh, so they already have plans to hang out again tomorrow. So here's his question. He really likes this girl. This is a quote. And Brandon's got game. He's hung out with lots of girls, but this one is different than the rest. Those are his words. So he's asking, should I ask her the second time we hang out tomorrow on a real date? Or would that be too soon? She said she really enjoyed hanging out with me too today, and I think things are going great, but I don't want to be put in the friend zone. Okay, so Brandon, so I got good news and bad news. So the good news is you're doing great so far, and this girl sounds interesting. She sounds interested in you. The bad news is you've already started maneuvering your way into the friend zone, and here's why. Okay, so you Snapchatted her, great. You asked her out to hang out right away without wasting a lot of time, even more great. You guys hung out for an hour and a half. This is fantastic. Now, here's the thing. On the same day, it sounds like you asked her out. You asked her what she was doing tomorrow. And you are lucky that she said nothing and that you have plans to hang out again tomorrow, and hopefully she shows up. So the first thing, so this is where things starting to take a friend turn, because you're already letting her know that you're really into her, and you're lucky that it didn't freak her out yet. But you know, and I'm not saying this out of some Machiavellian, you got to play game. Don't play with her mind. You can be yourself, but you have to understand that women they don't want it to be too easy. It's not fun for them. And I'm not saying you should artificially make it harder, make yourself harder than you actually are. Don't play hard to get. That's just rude. But you also might want to dial back your eagerness yourself. And the problem is you really like this girl. And seriously, dude, here's the best advice I can give you. If with any girl you feel like you strongly really like her and you really care if you quote unquote get her or not, then you need to just stop whatever you're doing, go back to your room, and just think about things. Just meditate and work on yourself. You need to figure out why inside of you feel like you really, really want this girl. Because the fundamental belief behind that you're implying is that you are incomplete and you won't be complete unless you have this girl. That's what a strong want is. You shouldn't have a strong want for anything in life, let alone another person. And so now I'm going to answer your question. All right. So with that rambling, now I'm going to answer your question. And should you ask her on a real date? In my book, these are kind of real dates that you're having already. You're hanging out with her, you're getting to know her. That's great. If you're talking about like dinner and a movie where you start spending money on her, my answer is absolutely not. You shouldn't do that unless you are confident she's really into you and you have already built up a relationship with her. So right now you guys are just hanging out. Now, when you're hanging out tomorrow, instead of asking her out, just try escalating it a little bit. Just escalate the romance a little bit. I'm not. You don't need to push for sex if that's not what you want, but try. try just escalating the passion a little bit. Increase the attraction. See if her attraction for you is increasing, and just do that push pull, which is actually fun. It's not game. It's actually just kind of have fun with her and be with her in the moment, and see if she actually asks you out the next time. I wouldn't ask her out at all on this second time around. So hopefully that answers your question. And really, really, dude, go back to your room and meditate. Just kind of watch your thoughts go by and do some introspection and try to find out why you're so into this girl over other things in life. All right, man. I hope that helps.